Hi Cancer, how are we today? Just doing our weekly readings. This week we are doing a bit of a general, whatever wants to sort of come out reading, but I will also be pulling some cards in regard to your career and your finances, as well as, your health and physical well-being. Okay, so make sure you do like and subscribe to the channel. I do really appreciate your support. But today I am using the Jester Lenormand, this beautiful new deck I have. I will be looking also into things with the Soul's Journey lesson cards. And starting us off today, I do have the Magical Messages from the Fairies deck, okay, the Oracle deck there. So getting straight on into it for you, Cancer. Cancer, what does Cancer need to know? What's going on for Cancer at the moment? What do they need to know about? Getting timing cards for nearly every single sign. Oh, I've got two for you. Wonderful. Okay, it's actually doing a bit of a follow through here. Yeah, so okay, that's referring to that. All right. Okay, firstly, we're seeing the spring energy coming through. It does say your desires fully manifest as the flowers begin to bloom. Okay, so I do read the seasons as my own for timing. So it is currently the middle of spring here in Australia. Okay, so this is sort of looking at, a very current energy for you here, but it does say your desires fully manifest as the flowers begin to bloom. So I do feel that for a lot of you, we are sort of starting to see some of your desires sort of blooming into reality for you as we sort of speak, or the potential for them to sort of start opening up to you. When I sort of see the flowers begin to bloom, it does sort of think of, things opening up to you, you sort of becoming more aware of what your desires truly are. So I kind of feel like that's what that is in regard to there. But I'm just going to grab a Lenormand for you on that one. Okay, Cancer. Why does Cancer need to be aware of spring, please? Yeah, so we've got the broom energy there. You can see that beautiful witch on her broomstick, which, a very Halloween-esque image as well. So we are looking at a very, very current energy, with this one here, okay, because we do also see the white spot, which does talk about timing on these particular cards, which is pretty much, very, very soon. So we are looking at, I feel like with that spring card talking about current energy, like I said, there's still like another month and a bit of spring here in Australia, but then with that white spot, I do sort of feel like, and the Halloween sort of side reference here, I feel like this is talking about between sort of now and Halloween, a very, very sudden sort of energy there. But what we're seeing is, that spring cleaning, once again, getting that spring reference, that spring cleaning, sweeping out the old and clean, starting from a clean slate, sweeping everything that, doesn't serve you out of your life, sweeping all that away, sweeping away the BS. Okay, so this is actually the whip in the traditional deck, which can talk about, trouble or tension, or that beating yourself up kind of energy. So I feel like for a lot of you, we are actually, making that clean slate, that doing that spring clean within ourselves, with all that energy of where you beat yourself up and you're not feeling worthy enough. I'm getting those kinds of energies coming through from that you're sort of sweeping all that away and starting from a clean slate within yourself, and within the way that you are sort of opening yourself up to what your true desires really are as well. So sort of spring cleaning within yourself, Cancer. Very interesting. All right. Then we do have the practice card, and that's actually come through with the winter card. Okay, so The winter card does say the answers to your prayers and affirmations are fully realized in the winter months. So July, August, September. Okay, that's when winter is over here in Australia. July, August, September. So I do feel as though what we're actually seeing here is that something that you have started doing. I feel like this is past the past winter. So just the last couple of months. It is halfway through spring, so we'd be looking at July, August, September. All right, so something that you started during July, August, September, something that prayers and affirmations being realized. So something that you started wishing for in those months, or something that these self affirmations. I feel that you've been, if you've been in that energy in the past where you've been beating yourself up about stuff and feeling unworthy of things. And we're seeing that being spring cleaned at the moment there. You may have started, trying to change that a few months back. And now we're sort of seeing that that's fully realized within you, because we are sort of seeing, though, practice, practice, practice. Practice makes perfect. So it's been an ongoing process. You have been very muchly practicing this, trying to think about yourself in a much better light, trying to give yourself these positive affirmations within yourself. With daily practice, you can polish your skills and talents and increase your confidence. Okay, so I really feel like this is talking about this past energy. You've sort of started doing this in the last few months, and now we are seeing, the fresh slate coming through for you currently with, or if it hasn't finally sort of, if you haven't sort of feel like you're at peace with that at the moment. It will be sort of happening, I feel like, before Halloween, that you really, keep practicing, keep practicing, keep practicing, keep telling yourself these positive affirmations about yourself, keep, polishing that skill of loving yourself, and practice, practice, practice. Fake it till you make it. Keep practicing those affirmations and telling yourself that you're awesome and that you love yourself. And then, it's going to hit home sooner or later. All right. It really is going to hit home, and you're going to be starting from a fresh slate within yourself. Like I've sort of said a few times there, I'm sort of picking up for a lot of you that's just talking about that self-worth type stuff. All right. Okay, Cancer. What else does Cancer need to be aware of at this time? Okay. Why that first card, please? Clarify. Oh, okay. Cancer. This may come across a little bit confronting. Okay, I'll try not to. What I'm seeing here. Okay, I do have that first card and then a clarifier on that, but that's kind of like the topic. But this is the meat and bones of what we're looking at here. I do have the child, okay, and that's come out with the snake energy. All right, so what we're actually seeing here. The snake can sometimes talk about, you deceiving yourself. And I am kind of feeling that this is, you're deceiving yourself about something. You're acting immaturely about something. Okay. The child card usually is quite a positive energy, but with that snake energy, I am getting a strong sense of immaturity around something. We do see the topic here as well, but it's kind of like, you're repressing your inner child. I'm getting like a childhood wound. Okay, so some of you may have repressed childhood emotions, or a childhood trauma that is affecting this situation and making you sort of deceive yourself about. Once again, I'm feeling like this is strongly connected to your sense of worthiness, Cancer, your inner self, your inner worthiness, and like feeling as though you're not worthy for this, and you're deceiving yourself because you are worthy, and you're allowing, I feel like for some of you this is childhood trauma, and you're allowing that trauma to control who you are now, and allowing that trauma to tell you that you're not worthy of I'm seeing love here as well. Okay, so I'm just going to go through it. We do have the fish, which was clarified by the heart. Okay, so what we're talking about is your sense of abundance, your sense of wealth, the sense of being able to achieve things, within love, your sense of being able to love someone in a healthy, wealthy kind of way, that receiving this abundance of love. I do feel as though that abundance card is specifically talking about, just a lot of love. You're closing yourself off to receiving a lot of love, because you're deceiving yourself about whether you even deserve that. You kind of, you're blocking your child self. You're blocking that sweet, innocent part of you that can see that you deserve love, and even if you don't deserve love, the child, in its purest form, the child is like willing to take on the adventure regardless of whether they deserve it or not. Okay, they're willing to try and um, jump headfirst into adventure, and new beginnings. Whereas you're kind of repressing that inner child within yourself, and I feel like you're holding yourself back. You're allowing yourself to ignore the innocence, and deceive yourself into thinking that, oh, that could never happen for me. Whereas, the inner child really should be saying anything is possible. You're telling yourself, no, nothing is possible. So a lot of you are deceiving yourself quite strongly here, when it comes to your worthiness, to receive love. Like, you kind of, I feel like some of you are specifically telling yourselves that there's a limit to the amount of love that you can receive. Because we're seeing these in these being repressed here. You're repressing abundance being possible. So you're kind of saying to yourself, "Oh, I've already got one person in my life that cares about me. That's all I'll ever have," and not really allowing yourself to think, "I could have more people in my life," especially when it comes to people that love you unconditionally. Okay, so this is not talking just about romantic love, although, with the fish there, I do feel it's talking about all different types of love. You're repressing yourself from experiencing all of it. You're holding yourself down to, oh, like for example here, that, oh, I've got a really close friend. That's the best I'm ever going to get. Because I've already got love from, unconditional love from that one friend. I'm never going to experience romantic love because that's too much to ask for. But it's not. It's not. This child is in its purest form, is willing to take on all the love. They want all the love. They want all the attention. And you're really repressing that, and be allowing yourself to think about love very immaturely. So yeah. Um, One more card for advice for Cancer with that one, please. Once again, I feel like it's coming back to that practice, practice, practice. Practice that self-love. We've gotten the coffin here. Okay, so the coffin, as advice, is telling you, to end that behavior and allow new beginnings to come through for you. End that immaturity within yourself, end that self-deception, that you can't achieve more, and start this new beginning where you can achieve more. Okay, because that, once again, that practice makes perfect. Practice loving yourself daily. Even if you have to fake it till you make it. Go up to that mirror. Cancer, you are awesome. Cancer, you can love yourself. Cancer, you can be loved. You are loved. You can be loved. You practice, and keep going until you believe it. Okay. I do feel like Cancer, this is all coming down to your self-worth. All right. But we will have a look at career for you. Okay. Cancer. What's going on for Cancer with career and finances? And right as I'm mentioning to you, Cancer, the self-worth stuff. I know you probably can't hear it in the background because I do have to be careful of the YouTube guidelines and whatnot. But it was one of my first bands that I ever listened to. Okay, it's a band called East 17, and there's a song playing called House of Love. All right, now this is my house song. This is my house's song. Okay, we this me and my son, we play this as our this is the house song. So every time it comes on, we do have a bit of a dance and talk about how awesome is love, and it brings up those topics of not just loving yourself, but being loving and being love for the world, love for the universe, and all those sorts of things. It just felt relevant to mention to you that, you're in the house of love here, Cancer. So, we all demand on you in the house of love that you love yourself and that you be loved. Okay. So for some reason that just felt important to mention. It may be worth looking up the lyrics because it's got some really sweet lyrics. It's all about, looking after nature and all that sort of stuff as well. But it's quite a nice song. I like it. Okay. It's like my band from when I was like 10. When I was a child, I used to really love this band in the early 90s. All right. So for your career and finances, we are seeing freedom. All right. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. Freedom within your financial situation. I feel that this is finances. Okay, so you're actually starting to experience some sort of financial freedom for yourself, and possessing the power and the free will to create that freedom for yourself, create your own happiness. So you have the freedom to spend your money however you want, Cancer, is what I'm feeling with that there. But we also do see growth. Okay, I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. So I do feel as though that's pretty straightforward, telling us that that financial freedom is actually growing for you currently. It does feel as though you are sort of hitting into this stage where you are expanding your finances somehow, and allowing that to happen in a natural sort of way for you. There's something where you're free to express yourself a little bit more financially, and that's actually allowing your finances to grow further. Okay, that's very interesting because I am getting just financial coming through for you. I'm not seeing career. I'm not sort of feeling any career stuff. It's all just this financial freedom, growth, and then trust as well. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. So listening to that inner voice, if your inner voice is telling you, no, you don't really need that, don't buy that, don't buy that. Okay, if your inner voice is telling you, you deserve a treat, you should buy that chocolate, go right ahead. You have the freedom at the moment to be able to, make those small little purchases to treat yourself and whatnot, and trust in yourself because, there is, I feel like for some of you, this is an element of trusting that you are on the right path within your finances, that you are making the right choices when it comes to your finances, that you are, you know, able to experience that growth in your finances, because you're actually, I feel like for a lot of you, this growth is something that you have been experiencing within yourself, with the way that you're looking at money and the way that you're balancing money and that sort of stuff as well. So it's kind of like, trust that you are making the right decisions financially, that you are now putting money where you need to put money, and saving money that you need to save, and all those sorts of things. Trust in the growth that you've experienced with the way that you are approaching your finances. So if you're someone who has, put an effort into, growing the way that you have been looking at your finances, or considering your finances, trust in that process, because it's definitely coming through, that you are now experiencing, a more free growth period with that. And when we're seeing that brings in more money. It's kind of that you've got to spend money to make money kind of vibe. Also, the more positively you're looking at money, rather than just going, oh, I've got no money, you thinking about money, like, instead of, oh, I've got no money, you're thinking about money like, do you know what, I've got enough money to pay for what I need. And then you're actually finding, oh, look, I've actually got enough money to go and buy myself that little treat, like, because of the way that you're perceiving it. And it's kind of like you're looking at it in a much better way. And that's actually helping you increase the wealth that you're experiencing, the finances, so, because you're not spending, I feel like for a lot of you, Cancer, it's because because you are sort of, you've grown just in the way that you're perceiving money, that it's, you're not perceiving purchases as a negative as much. You're perceiving them as a, cool, I spent that money, I needed to spend that money, I wanted to spend that money, cool, moving right along. You're not allowing it to stress you out and all that sort of stuff. Okay. All right, so that's looking pretty positive for you for finances. Like I said, nothing wanted to really sort of come on through in regard to your career, but we'll have a bit of a look and see if we can get any information about health and well-being. Okay, Cancer. What's going on for Cancer with their physical health and well-being? Like, I feel like you've been really practicing some self-care lately, Cancer. With that practice, and we've been talking about the self-worth stuff. I feel like you really have been practicing, your self-care and looking after yourself, and it's coming through in your physical body as well. So we are seeing brand new chapters coming through. That's the book energy there. So brand new chapters coming through for you with your health. That's come through with the ring. So it's kind of like you're creating a much better relationship with yourself, with your body, understanding your body a little bit more. The book does sort of let us know too that, if you are having any health things popping up, that you're able to research that in a objective manner. You're able to sort of research what's going on and look into the problem, sort out those issues. It's feeling very positive here, that for maybe one or two of you, there is that need to research something a little bit more. So if you are having a health issue currently, there may be the need to do a little bit more research and delve into that. Hit the textbooks and see what, delve a little bit deeper into the unknown symptom or something along those lines. Okay, so that's maybe just for one or two of you, though. I feel for the rest of you, you've just got a lot more. You've got a lot more knowledge about yourself, and a stronger relationship with yourself, which is coming through in your physical well-being as well. So it's obviously, I do feel that it's coming through with that self-worth aspect as well. So you are building a much stronger relationship within yourself, and it is sort of helping your mental well-being. I do feel that this is sort of, for majority of you, talking about that mental well-being, and creating a stronger storyline for you in the future as well. Um, we do see the flowers coming through for you as well with the health stuff. So, giving and receiving with the flowers, this is like gifts and stuff like that as well. So, I do feel as though for a lot of you, it's that relationship where you are giving to yourself, giving your body what it needs and receiving, positive from your body in return. The flowers is a very positive energy. I do want to just sometimes when I'm looking at health and I see the flowers, sometimes we can be at risk of, it's talking about, allergies and sinus issues, hay fever, asthma, those sorts of things. So just be wary of any of those things popping up for you in the next couple of weeks with, hay fever type issues, especially if you're in Australia here as well. It is spring, so, it's crazy. Although I did find winter much worse than spring this year when it came to my own allergies and whatnot. But also the giving issue. Sometimes this can talk about contagious things. Okay, so if you know somebody is sick, be very careful because you may catch something off them. All right, so if you do know someone is contagious, stay away from them because this does sort of show us giving and receiving. So if you know that someone is able to give you an illness, be wary of that because, with the flowers on the table, you may very well receive that. Sometimes it can also talk about STIs as well. So just be aware of that. Be very protective against catching anything. Okay, but overall, we are looking at a very good relationship within yourself, with your mental health and whatnot as well. And just keep on working, keep on practicing, practice, and keep that going. Okay, as we see with the book there, everything's opening up to you. We're really heading into a lot more positivity for you. So wherever you've been in the last few months, we are, especially when it comes to that self-worth issue, things are on the uprise. All right, so just that little notation though of don't deceive yourself about your self-worth. Allow yourself to allow all the abundance to come on through for you, whether it be, money, health, love, general life, allow that abundance to come on through for you. Okay, Cancer, more than welcome to check your other placements, but hopefully we'll see you all again soon.